What you think God look like? He look like this man or this man? The black man! Yes! The black man! The black man. Because this man right here, Caesar Borgia, the image of the beast, he taught us homosexuality. He taught us adultery was okay. He taught us that we was black Americans. That man, so we didn't sin against this man. We keep his laws.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So you heard that? It said, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken. My brother in the back, my brother with the headphones. What does hearken mean?
I say,
What does hearken mean?
it depends.
It means, it said to the what? If you don't hearken to the what?
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice,
To the what?
unto the voice,
What do you do with a voice? No. If you speaking, how do I understand what you're saying? I do what? I hear you. I listen. So what do you do with a voice? You don't see a voice. You don't smell a voice. You don't taste a voice. You hear a voice. So hearken means what? To listen, to hear. But read it from the top again.
but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken.
If they don't listen, he said, if y'all don't listen in the future, this is what's gonna happen to y'all. Read.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
So what are we supposed to listen to?
Commandments.
The what? The commandments. All praise. You a smart sister. Read.
And his statutes.
And it's what?
And his statutes.
That's the little laws underneath the adultery. Because adultery, watch this. Adultery, you know what falls underneath? You know what adultery is? What's adultery?
If you married, cheating, or something like
And you married and you cheating outside of marriage. Now watch this. Now, underneath the laws of marriage, that's where you can find the laws of, are we allowed to sleep with animals? No. The Bible said don't sleep with the beast. Are we allowed to be homosexuals? No. That falls underneath all the laws of sex, what we are to and what we are and what aren't to do, falls underneath the laws of adultery. Homosexuality. You know what else falls underneath adultery? My brother. You know what else falls underneath adultery? Boyfriends and girlfriends. Because you don't read boyfriend and girlfriend in the Bible. So now that's why God said laws, statutes. That's the statutes underneath, the smaller commandments. Now watch this, read it from the top again. I know we're taking a long time, but bear with me. Read.
Here's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
What's gonna happen?
That all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now my sister, we just explained what adultery was, right? That's another law of God, right? That's the 6th commandment or the 7th commandment, if I'm not mistaken, right? God said it's gonna happen in the future when y'all decide not to listen or to do the commandments of God, that curses will come upon thee, right? In the black community today, are we guilty of breaking the law of adultery? We are, aren't we? So, as that being said, what did God say was gonna happen for us not keeping the laws of adultery? What? Curses. Now, give me that. These shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For what?
For a sign.
Read.
And for a wonder.
It said these things, these curses, gonna be upon thee for a sign and a wonder. A sign is for you to identify who you are. Now, when you read through this chapter right here, God left all these curses for us so that we can, and later on, after we done lost our identity, because remember, you didn't identify with Judah from jump, you identify with American black, and then you found out that's Judah. You see what I'm saying? So that's a curse. God said you would lose your nationality as a sign, it's going to be a curse to show you who you are. That's how we would be reversing the process and saying, oh, wait, God said curses will come upon the children of Israel, curses will come upon Judah. Wait a second. I'm Judah. My people cursed. We over here getting jacked up. Now, Watch this. I'm gonna show you a clear sign. Give me 64, where it say all these plagues, because we talking about adultery. 61. All these curses gonna come upon you for a sign. A sign to identify who the children of Israel are today is STDs. Black people lead in STDs. Why? Because we love to commit adultery. We love boyfriend, girlfriend. We love sneaky links. We love to cheat on our spouses. We love homosexuality. Some of us even get down with the dogs. You see that? Yep. That's a curse God gonna put on our people. He said, this what I'm about to read is supposed to identify who the children of Israel are. Read that.
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague.
Every what?
Every plague.
Every sickness and plague. Who lead in heart disease? Who lead in heart disease? Black people. Who lead in HIV?
Wake him up.
Black people. Who lead in syphilis? Who lead in the clap? Who lead in herpes? Read it again.
Also, every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law.
Because you don't read HIV, AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia, blue waffle. You don't read that in the Bible.
Wake them up.
But God said, when these diseases pop up on the earth, who gonna get it? Read it from the top again.
Also, every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee.
Upon who?
Upon thee.
So these is going to be upon the children of Israel. As a what? As a sign that you need to repent, black man. You need to repent, black woman. Come out of the adultery. Come out of the fornication. Come out of the homosexual lifestyle. You see that? Now you done found out who you are. Now it's time for you to repent.
That's right.
Bring it
You
up.
saw, hold on, the curses say, because watch this. Every nation on the planet, give me Daniel's 9 and 11. Every nation on the planet break God's commandments, but why is it that it seems like we always get the most of the judgment of God? All these nations out here committing adultery. All these nations out here killing one another. All these nations out here stealing and destroying. But why is it that it seems like the black man is catching the hell, the worst of it?
That's right.
Why? Watch this, read.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
Remember, who was God speaking to back in Deuteronomy? We was just reading. Who was he speaking to? Do you know? Get that. Get that. We don't want to miss nothing. Who was God speaking to? He said, these things shall be upon thee for a curse and for a sign. Who was he talking to? Read.
Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto who?
All Israel.
So who is God speaking to back in Deuteronomy 28? We read Deuteronomy 1 and 1. That's the same book. We read the beginning, the first chapter. So who was he speaking to in the 28th chapter? No, read it again.
These be the words
Keep reading.
which Moses spake unto all Israel.
To all Israel. So Israel ain't one person. That's a nation of people. Remember, the 12 tribes make it up of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, and so on. You understand? Go back to Daniel. So who was God speaking to in Deuteronomy 28? The Israelites. You so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. Read.
Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
You just said it. Do black people commit adultery? Do black people commit adultery, brother? Oh, he ain't, I don't agree.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
It said all the Israelites have transgressed the laws of God. Read.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse,
The what?
the curse,
The what?
the curse is poured upon us.
Upon who?
Upon us.
See that? He said, therefore the curse is going to be poured upon y'all because y'all don't listen.
right.
He didn't say everybody. Judgment going to come to them eventually, but he said, I'm going to leave these curses on y'all for a sign. Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
We sinned against who?
Against him.
Who do we sin against? The white man or the Most High God? Who do we sin against? Watch this. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Who do we sin against? This man or this man? What you think God look like? He look like this man or this man? The black man! Yes! The black man! The black man. Because this man right here Caesar Borgia, the image of the beast, he taught us homosexuality. He taught us adultery was okay. He taught us that we was black Americans. That man, so we didn't sin against this man. We keep his laws. When you look, when that light turn red, you stop at that light. You understand? But when God say that's not commit adultery, no, you say the hell with that. When it get dark outside, I'm going to go get me some sneaky link. You know what I'm saying? That's what black people do. Back up, back up. Now watch this. Read the next verse.
Verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us. And
how did he confirm those words? What does that mean? He confirmed the words, meaning that he made sure that stuff happened that he said was going to happen. If God said it happened, he said, no, I'm going to make sure it's going to happen. That's how he confirmed the words. What words? That all these plagues and all these sicknesses shall come upon thee.
That's right.
That's why the HIV in the black community. Hey, black man, HIV is in the community because God put it upon you for not listening. That's why HIV is in the black community. Read.
And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
A what?
A great evil.
Because living a life of having HIV, AIDS, herpes, because them what they call them the gifts they keep giving, right? That's what they call them. That's a life of great evil. That's a great sentence of evil against judgment against you.
That's right.
To live your whole life with HIV, herpes, all these sicknesses, cancer. That's a curse from God. That's great evil. That's not a light thing. No, because somebody told you had cancer, herpes, AIDS. You'd be like, oh my God. You'd be ready to give up the ghost. Read.
For under the whole heaven.
Under what?
For under the whole heaven hath not been done as has been done upon Jerusalem.
Upon who?
Upon Jerusalem.
So God was saying, my sister, that out of all the nations on the planet of the earth, that's why he said under the heaven, that's the sky. Because all the nations live on the earth, right? He said under these blue skies, he said nobody has been done worse than y'all. That's why I talk, watch out, move your foot. That's why I talk about slavery.
That's right.
What nation went through slavery like this besides us? Who? Name the nation. Was it the white man?
Yep.
Was it the Asian man? What about the Arab man? He kind of dark. Maybe. Now watch this. Maybe they did go through a little slavery. But watch this. Was they shipped around all four corners of the world like this? You see all these green arrows? Was they shipped by the millions? Watch this. It says from 1518 to 1850, approximately 11 million slaves were shipped from Africa to the Western Hemisphere. That's where we live. America and South America. North America, South America. What nation had to go through that? Name them. What nation was 11 approximately? It was more than that. That's a what they call it estimate. No, that ain't the word I'm looking for. That's a comfortable answer. Right? That's a low ball. That's low balling. Right? Conservative. That's the word I was looking for. That's a conservative answer. Now, what nation had to go when they took 11 million of their people and sent them all across the world? Who besides us? Who? I mean, it's a legit question. Who can say that happened to their people besides us? Who can? That's a legit question. Nobody. And if you can prove otherwise, please come show us. Hey, if you can prove it, we didn't listen. But until then, the Bible true. You understand? Because the black man did go through slavery.
We'll work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.
But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. We want freedom by any means necessary. We want justice by any means necessary.
This is a revolution of God. This time that we're living in, the greatest time on earth, revolution. Spiritual and biblical revolution. All these lives will be shut down in the earth. I remember he's on the Lord. His life, his life, his life, his life, his life, his life.
You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in.